Welcome to session on illustrations in the chapter Materials, part of cost accounting. In the previous sessions, we learned the basics of materials and methods of issue of materials from stores to production department. So we have four important methods, namely first in first out, last in first out, popularly known as FIFO and LIFO methods. Third one, simple average method. Fourth one, weighted average price method. So in this presentation, let us take one illustration and solve it with the help of last in first out method and first in first out method as asked in the illustration. So what he is asking, from the following information, prepare stores ledger as per LIFO and FIFO. Last in first out, first in first out. We have discussed in theory, last in first out means we record the receipts whenever they come, but at the time of issue of the material to the production department, last received material is issued to the production department. Similarly, when we go and apply FIFO method, first in first out, we record all the receipts in chronological order whenever they are received and issue the material to the production department on the basis of first come, which material is received first and stored first in the stores will be issued first to the production department. The same quantity and the price will be taken in the FIFO method. Now in this problem we apply both LIFO method and FIFO method as asked in the illustration. Now let us see what is given. 2019 January 1st to January 26th, almost full month, January month details are given. So received 1000 units at the rate of 1 rupee per unit. So no balance is there, straight away receipts are given. After that, January 10th received 260 units at the rate of 1 rupee 5 paisa. And later January 20 issued material 700 units. On January 21 again received 400 units at the rate of 1 rupee 15 paisa. January 22nd received 300 units at the rate of 1 rupee 25 paisa. Now January 23rd issued 620 units. 24th issued 240 units. Again 25th January received 500 units at the rate of 1 rupee 10 paisa. Similarly, on January 26th issued 380 units. As a new learner or beginner, you may be wondering why the prices are not given when the materials are issued on 20th, 23rd, 24th, even on the 26th January 2019. Actually, materials issue to the production department. The price is to be finalized on the basis of method that we follow. So whether we are following LIFO method or FIFO method defines at which price is to be taken at the time of issue. So if you are following LIFO method, last in first out means recently received material price will be taken at the time of issue of the 700 units. Similarly, if you follow the FIFO method, the very first receipt that is received and recorded will be taken at the time of issue of material, and that units and price will be taken. So in practice also you will see and you will be able to understand the relevance of price and issue in the method of LIFO and FIFO methods. Now straight away let us start with the LIFO method. So this is the format of last in first out method stores ledger account. We have four categories of the entire statement: date, receipts, means receipt of or purchase of material; issue, material issued to production department; and difference between these two is balance. Under receipts, issue and balance, again we have three sub columns. Like for each column, for each category, quantity, that is in units of measurement, will be taken, whether it is kg, liter, tons, whatever it is. Now rate per unit in rupees, that is 1 rupee 5 paisa, that we have seen just now in the problem. Similarly, amount, multiplying quantity and rupees is equal to amount, again you are showing in terms of rupees. These two columns are in rupees. In the case of quantity, it is in measurement. Similarly, issues also having quantity, rate per unit, amount. Balancing also having three: quantity, rate per unit, and amount rupees. So the very first one is date column. So in the date column, you have to write the date, and in the receipts and all other things based on the transactions that you have to record. Now let us take very first 2019. 2019, again 2019, this is January 1st. So on this day, very first item is receipts, that is material purchased, 1000 quantity. Okay, at what rate it is purchased? In question it is given 1 rupee is the rate per unit. 1 rupee into 1000 rupees, 1000 rupees. So no paisa. Now on this day, no issues, only receipts, and the balance itself is same: 1000, 1 rupee, and amount is also 1000, as there is no paisa. A big gap between the January 1st and the second transaction is, next transaction is on January 10th. We have received on this date 260 units. 260 units. At what rate it is received or purchased? It is received at the rate of 1 rupee 5 paisa, 05. So amounting to 273 rupees. When you multiply 260 into 1 rupee 5 paisa, so dashes, because there is no issue on this day. Now balance, how to maintain? 1000 as it is, at the rate of 1 rupee as it is. Now 1000 rupees as it is. Now on the same day, we have purchased 260 at the rate of 1 rupee 5 paisa, and amounting to 273 rupees. These two are the balance now on after January 10th. Now on January 20. So there is no receipt of material, but there is a issue. So how many units are issued? Now this issue from stores to production department. So 700 units are issued. So 700 units, but divide them into two parts. This is LIFO method. That is the reason we are dividing. Why? LIFO method means last in first out. So far, how many units received? 1000 rupees once. Second time we have received 260. But how many we have to send to production department? 700 units. Last in, which is last in? 260. That is also shown in the balance. But when we issue this last in 260 units, it is not sufficient, because we are in need of 700 units to the production department. So out of 700, take this last in now issued. last in first out, going out now. 260 as it is taken, means out of 700 260 issued. At what rate? The same rate at we have received, which is 273. Now out of 700 260 over. So how much left? Still you require 440. That 440 you have to take from 1000. So 440 at the rate of 1 rupee, this rate 1000 at the rate of 1 rupee. From this balance we are issuing now. So these 700 units are taken from 260 in the last receipt at the rate of 1 rupee 5 paisa, which is 273 rupees, and still we require 700 minus 260 is equal to 440 units we require to issue. This 440 taken from 1000 at the rate of 1 rupee, so it is 440. Now balance left is what? 260 already issued, 1000 out of 1000 440 are issued. So if 440 are issued, how much left? 560 left. 560 plus 440 is equal to 1000. So at what rate it is? It is 560, 1 rupee, 560 units into 1 rupee. So amount is 560 rupees only. So this is on January 20. After January 20, we have transaction on January 21. January 21. On January 21, 400 units received, that is purchased at the rate of 1 rupee 15 paisa. So 1 rupee 15 paisa multiply with 400 units. So you will get 460. Make use of calculator and confirm the values. Now no issues on this day. So what happened now? 560 already we have a balance at the rate of 1 rupee and amounting to 560 rupees. Now we have new addition, 400 units purchased at the rate of 1 rupee 15 paisa amounting to 460. Now these two are what? Available in the balance after January 21st. Now go to January 22nd. On January 22nd also again a receipt. So material purchased 300 quantity at the rate of 1 rupee 25 paisa as per the illustration. So now calculate 300 units at the rate of 1 rupee 25 paisa is equal to 375 rupees. 375. So on this day also no issue, but you have to show the balance of all the three. First to take 560 as it is, take 400, second one as it is. Now new addition is 300. Now at the rate of 1 rupee, at the rate of 1 rupee 15 paisa, at the rate of 1 rupee 25 paisa. This is 560 already available here. This is 460. Okay, then 300 into 125 already available, 375. Now these three are available in the balance after January 22nd. Now go to January 23. On January 23, there is no receipt of materials, but there is an issue. So how many materials are issued? Quantity of materials issued on this day are 620. For 620, how to issue? Now go from the last in first out. Last in is this before that this one, and before that 560. As we are following LIFO method, so we have to take from the last in first out to the from the stores and sent to the production. So out of 620, first you take 620. I am writing here. Out of 620 you take 300. Okay, from 300, out of 300 it is taken. So at what rate it is? 1 rupee 25 paisa taken from here. Now worth of 375 rupees. Now out of 620, 300 is over. Still you require 320. 320 you have to take from the 400. So 320, and what rate? This 400 units costs at the rate of 1 rupee 15 paisa. This 1 rupee 15 paisa you have to take. Now 320 into 115, you take the value and show in the amount column. 320 into 115 is equal to 368. 368. Now these two are what issued, materials issued on 23rd. Now you observe carefully here, 560 as it is, there is no issue of material from this on this day, but 300 already issued. Out of 400 also issued, how many issued? 320 issued. 320 means 400 minus 320 units means 80 units left. So these two are left over the balance. This is at the rate of 1 rupee, no change in the per unit value, and this is at the rate of 1 rupee 15 paisa. They here also no change in the per unit value. So it is 560 into 1 rupee as usual, 560, and 80 into 1 rupee 50 paisa is 1 rupee 15 paisa is equal to 92 rupees. Balance at the end of January 23rd. On January 24th again there is a transaction, but very interestingly 24th transaction also related to issue of material. So 24th January issue material 240 units. So 240 you write down here just for understanding, takes in the bracket so that you will come to know how many units are issued on this day. But these units you have to show in the split form based on the material available here and the price also. So out of 240 take first 80 units as it is, and at the rate of 1 rupee 15 paisa, 92 rupees is the value, this total line. Now out of 240 80 are taken, means how many left? 160 required. This 160 units you have to take from the previous one. So out of 560 now issue 160 at the rate of 1 rupee, so means 160 rupees. Now this 80 plus 160 is equal to 240. 80 taken from the last one. Before that we have 560. Out of 560, 160 taken. Together is equal to 240. And 1 rupee 15 paisa is the rate here. 1 rupee is the rate here. And values are this. Now this is already issued. Now balance is not available. And this 560, of which 160 are issued, means how much left? 400 left. 560 minus 160 is equal to 400. 400 at the rate of 1 rupee is equal to 400 only. 1 rupee is the unit price. Now this one is also January 25th. 25th there is again receipt. Receipt of 500 units at the rate of 1 rupee 10 paisa. So far different receipts are there. Now here also we have again a receipt on 25th at the rate of 1 rupee 10 paisa, means 550 rupees is the total amount of the 500 units quantity. Now on this day no issue, but there is a balance already 400 units at the rate of 1 rupee amounting to 400 already available. Now you have to add in the balance 500 units just now received as purchase at the rate of 1 rupee 10 paisa, whose value is 550 rupees. Now this is what the balance after 25th Jan. And last transaction is January 26th. And January 26th no receipts, but there is a issue of 380 units whether available in the last in, that you have to check. 380 available in the 500, so no need to split, directly take 380 as it is. So 380 at the rate of 1 rupee 10 paisa, that is out of 500 units rate is what? 1 rupee 10 paisa in the balance. So that was same 380 into 1 rupee 10 paisa. This 380 taken from this 500. So rate is also 1 rupee 10 paisa. So when you multiply this, you will get 418 rupees. Now out of 500, 380 taken. So 400 as it is first at the rate of 1 rupee. So 400. Now 500 minus 380 is equal to 120 at the rate of 1 rupee 10 paisa. So 120 into 1 rupee 10 paisa is equal to 132 rupees is the balance. 132 rupees is the balance at the end of the month January in the year 2019. Now what is the balance? balance is 400 units at the rate of 1 rupee worth of 400, 120 units at the rate of 1 rupee 10 paisa worth of 132 rupees. Means if the total quantity, if you take 520 units, with the total value you take 532 rupees. It two different prices, 1 rupee and 1 rupee 10 paisa. So this is the way to compute and present the stores ledger under LIFO method, last in first out method, and show the leftover balance. This is one method which you have to follow. Now to the same illustration, now we focus on the method 2, FIFO, first in first out method. The material which is received first and recorded in the receipts is to be sent out from the stores to production department. When we issue, we write in the issue, and remaining balance we have to show. And 2019 January, what is the first date? January 1st. And January 1st and 10th we have receipts. Just now we have completed the same thing in the LIFO method also. 1000 at the rate of 1 rupee. So it is also 1000 rupees. Now no question of issue on this day. Only one transaction is there. So balance is also 1000 units at the rate of 1 rupee and amounting to 1000 rupees. Now let us go and see the second day, January 10th. Again receipt, 260 units received at the rate of 1 rupee 5 paisa. Now which is 273 rupees. So no issue, but there is a balance of two quantities now. 1000 quantity which was purchased on January 1st, 260 quantity purchased today, with two different rates, 1 rupee 5 paisa, and valuing 1000 rupees, and this is amounting to 273. So two transactions over. Now let us see and the third transaction. On the third transaction, that is on January 20th, no receipts, but there is a issue. Issue how many units? 700 units. At the time of issuing, by following first in first out method, we have to see which material received first. So out of balance 1000 units received first, later we have received 260. So whatever the material received first, from there only we have to issue the material. How many materials we have to issue? 700 units we have to issue. 700 is available only in the single receipt called first one, 1000. So issue from there only 700 units at the rate of 1 rupee. This is this one. Now 700 into 1 is equal to 700. Out of 1000, 700 is over. Now leftover stock of the first receipt is 300. Second stock is 260 as it is. This is at the rate of 1 rupee. This is at the rate of 1 rupee 5 paisa. This is 300 rupees. And whereas the second one, 273 rupees. Now 20th also over. Go for 21. 21. Again there is a receipt. 21 there is a receipt of 400 units at a different price, 1 rupee 15 paisa. So you multiply these two, 400 into 1 rupee 15 paisa means 460. 4 1 ja 400, 15 paisa into 460. Yeah. Now no issue on this day, but there is a balance of three figures now, 300, 260 as it is, because these are not issued. Now there is a new addition to the balance, 400. Now different rates, 1 rupee, so 300 rupees. Now 2 rupee 260 units into 1 rupee 5 paisa, 273 rupees. Now 400 at the rate of 1 rupee 15 paisa, just now purchased today, whose value is 460. Now these are the three values in the balancing column. Now after 21 we have again 22. On 22 again receipts, 300 units received, that is purchased at the rate of 1 rupee 25 paisa, calculation is available as it was done in the LIFO method also. 375 rupees dash dash dash. Now so many units will come in with the different volumes and prices. 300 as it is, 260 as it is, 400 as it is. Now addition of 300. So 1 rupee is the rate for this, 1 rupee 5 paisa for the second one, 1 rupee 15 paisa for the third, 1 rupee 25 paisa for the just now purchased units whose values are 300, 273, 460 for the third receipts, and just now purchased whose value is 375. Now there are 4 different types of units available with different unit rates. Now after 22 we have 21 is over, 22 over. Now 23rd. On 23rd no receipts, but there is a issue. So how many units issued? There is a issue of 620 units. 620. As we are following first in first out, we have to take from here, then if necessary next, if necessary next, like that. So 620 requirement, of which first you take from the first in, that is 300 at the rate of 1 rupee and 300. Total stock of this one is over 300. Now still you require, so how much? 320 require, but only 260 available in the second receipt, which is first in is this, second one is this. You take from this 260 as it is at the rate of 1 rupee 5 paisa, and whose value is 273. So 560 over. So how much left out of 620? 560 over means 60 more. If you take 60 more, the total will be 620. 60 you have to take, this 300 is over, 620, 260 over with these rates and these values. Still 60 required, from there you have to take, that is out of 460 you take at the rate of 1 rupee 15 paisa. 60 units into 1 rupee 15 paisa, 69 rupees. Okay. Now out of 300 is already issued, 260 issued, out of 460 issued, means how much left? 400 minus 60 means 340. Then 300 and no issue, not issued so far, both are available now in the stock, 1 rupee 15 paisa and 1 rupee 25 paisa. 4 out of 460 are issued, so 340 left. 340 plus 60 is equal to 400, this one at the rate of 1 rupee 15 paisa. 300 so far not issued, so available as it is. So 340 into 1 rupee 15 paisa means 391. Now similarly 300 into 1 rupee 25 means 375, already available. Okay, so these are the balancing figures after January 23rd. Go for January 24th. 24th also again issue of material. So how much issue? Here 240 units we have to issue. Now check whether 240 available in the first one. Yeah, first one is 340 balance, so 340 is more than enough because we require only 240. So you take 240 as it is. At what rate? 1 rupee 15 paisa. So 1 rupee 15 into 240 is 276. 276. Now out of 340, 240 is over, so leftover is 100. 300 is also leftover as it is. So this is at the rate of 1 rupee 15 paisa. This is at the rate of 1 rupee 25 paisa. So this is now 115 rupees. 115 rupees. This is 375 as it is. So yeah, now you go for the next one. January 25th. There is a receipt of stock 500 units at the rate of 1 rupee 10 paisa, and 1 rupee 10 into 500 means 550. 550 units. No issue on this day, but there is a big stock. Now 100 units, 300 units and 500 units at the rate of 1 rupee 15 paisa, 1 rupee 25 paisa, and finally just now purchased at the rate of 1 rupee 10 paisa, whose values are 115 rupees, 375 rupees, and 500 into 110 is equal to 550 rupees. These are the three balancing figures available. Last transaction I'm showing, visible now. Just to try to understand because of the space availability we are showing here. On 26th there is no receipt, but there is a issue. So how many units are issued on the day of 26th January? Is 380 units issued. 380 units you have to take from the first in first out. 380, 100 not sufficient, means 380 minus 100 means 280. 280 you can take from here. So 100 you can issue, out of 300 280 you can issue, remaining stock you have to show in the balancing figure, balancing column. So 100 you take as it is, 100, then you take 280 from the next. 100 at the rate of 1 rupee 15 paisa, so 115. Now 280 at the rate of 1 rupee 25 paisa, 1 rupee 25 paisa, this one 1 rupee 25 paisa into 280 units, 350 rupees. Now observe carefully, this 100 is issued, out of 300 280 issued, means how much left? Only 20 units, and this 500 not issued, so 20 and 500 leftover stock. 20 at the rate of 1 rupee 25 paisa, 500 at the rate of 1 rupee 10 paisa. Now 20 into 1 rupee 25 paisa is 25 rupees. Now this is 550 rupees. 550. This 550 take as it is here. This is the leftover stock after going through the process of issue 380 units. This 25 rupees is available now. This 550 is also available. 550, if it is not visible, just understand the same figure. This 500 at the rate of 1 rupee 10 paisa, 550 is taken as it is in the last column, that is 500 at the rate of 1 rupee 10 paisa. This 20 rupees is 20 units taken from here, 300 minus 280 units, so 20 units left at the rate of 1 rupee 25 paisa, which is 25 rupees. So leftover stock is 20 plus 500, 520 units. Amount is 550 plus 25 rupees, 575 rupees with two different rates. So total 520 units are there, and 575 rupees is the value of the units of 520 under FIFO method, first in first out method. This is the way to calculate the first in first out